Shalom, Israel. Shalom. This is Yaakov with another KOZ quick cut. So we're talking about prayer today. You want to reach out to the Most High on a daily basis. Pray without cease. So that means you want to keep praying, but make sure that you are keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. Make sure you are doing that, because you don't want to pray and not keeping the commandments. That's Proverbs 28:9. You don't want to do that. You don't want to anger your God. But let's go into Sirach 18 and 23 real quick. 18 and 23. It reads, "Before thy prayers prepare thyself, and be not as one that tempteth the Lord." So prepare your prayer. Don't just go willy-nilly with the Most High God, because you don't want to babble and just rambling on, and you don't want to say the wrong thing. So just prepare what you're going to say. Have an idea at least what you're going to say to your God before you go to him, because your God is not to be messed with. That's you want to be careful. We're going to go to Daniel 6 and 10. Let's see. Daniel 6 and 10. And it reads, "Now, when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being open in his chamber toward Jerusalem." He's facing towards Jerusalem. For from here we were faced towards the east. That's why we face towards the east, because Jerusalem is from east from America. "He kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed and gave thanks before his God Yahweh, as he did aforetime." So this is the way he always did it. He's always praying 3 times a day. And you want to make sure you try to pray 3 times a day. You want to stay in contact with your God. You don't want to just pray here and there. You want to pray 3 times a day. Try to get it to that point if you're not praying that much. And you can always pray more, but you want to try to pray at least 3 times a day. You want to stay in direct contact with your God. This is Psalms 55, and we're going to go to verse 17. And it reads, "Evening and morning and at noon will I pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice." This is Psalm 55 and 17. Let me read that again. "Evening and morning and at noon will I pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice." So pray 3 times a day, in the morning, the afternoon, and the evening. Make sure you're praying. And if you want to pray between those times, that's all praise to the Most High. So you want to praise the Lord throughout your day, not just once a day. You don't want to just pray when you go to sleep and when you wake up. You want to pray during the day also, at the least. So make sure you keep your prayers up and keep reading and keep studying, and fast whenever you can. Fast, study, pray, fast, study, pray. You want to keep these things up and keep his words in your mouth. Always be speaking these things. Always keep the doctrine of the Lord in your mouth. You want to do this on a consistent basis. All right, Israel. Shalom.